James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.
So my name's Jennifer Huntley. I'm a dental hygienist and I live in Wales, where I also work as an off-road skills instructor for BMW. It was out of necessity, really. I just living in a rough area of London, and I decided I just wanted to be anonymous and get through the traffic and just get to work reliably every day. It was funny, I bought a bike in bits from an old bike shop down the road, and I just liked the shape of it, the look of it. And when I had it put together, I realized, I had an R80 GS, and people would stop me on my way to work and say, "Where are you going?" And I'd say, "I'm going to work." And somebody told me, "Well, this is the bike to go around the world on. That's why people are asking you." And they said, "You've got to watch the Dakar. You've got to see all these films." And as soon as I saw these things, I just realized this is, where I want to get to. Is I just want to be traveling on my bike and doing competition. The biggest trip I did, it wouldn't seem like a big trip to most people, but for me it was. It was New Zealand for 3 months on my own. And it was because I was scared of the dark. I was scared of being on my own. And I decided I was going to buy a bike and ride around New Zealand on my own. And I was determined to do it. And it was the worst trip ever. And I realized that actually I turned up in the middle of an El Nino. Everybody had left New Zealand, and I was the only person on a bike in New Zealand. I saw one other bike in 3 months, and I crashed in front of him. Oh, it was the worst trip ever. And I realized that actually people don't travel alone. When you get somewhere, you meet people. And it was just my circumstances meant that there was no other people traveling on bikes because of the weather, and I stuck with it. And actually, I got back to London and I went to collect my R80 GS, and I made a decision that if it started, I would carry on riding. But if my bike didn't start after 3 months of sitting, I was going to sell it and not ride again. It was that harrowing of an experience. And it started. Thank God for that. It started. Believe it or not, it's because of teaching at the off-road school. So I came and I did level 1 just after they first opened. And then I came back to do level 2. And Simon's wife, Lindley, said to me she would be interested in having me as an instructor if I could make a name for myself, and if I could get to their standard, they would give me as much training as I wanted. And I decided I'm going to leave work, I'm going to move to Wales. And it just so happened I could keep that balance. I still work in London 3 days a week, and I'm here for a long weekend every weekend. And it was that passion to just be learning and getting as good as I could on the bikes that just drove me here. Yeah. So this year was the first year that there was an all-female team at the GS Trophy, and I applied for that position. And they chose 10 women to fly to South Africa to compete against each other for a place in the 3-lady team. The competition was good. I mean, we got to South Africa. I think I went very confident, because I ride an adventure, normally teaching on an adventure. I feel very comfortable on the bike. I had watched everybody's videos and I thought I had it in the bag. I really did, went confident. And once I arrived there, I mean, it was as soon as the plane landed and we met the girls and we met each other, I started feeling these butterflies in my stomach that I have never felt before. And the nerves I had during this competition, and I really think it was the first competition that I really truly wanted. I really wanted to do this. And my nerves just got the best of me, and each day that went past, I got worse and worse. I got 3rd on day 1, 4th on day 2, and then 6th on day 3, and which put me in an overall position of 4th place. And it was absolutely gutting, but I have to say I learned a lot. And Africa, riding in Africa was just something else. And I did go back. I went back because the girl in 3rd place had an injury. And so BMW asked me to come back out and train with the team just in case she wasn't ready in time. And went back out, and as usual, spent most of the time laughing with the girls. And we get on so well. It was so fantastic to see everybody again. Learned a lot, learned how to ride Africa, which was fantastic. Didn't have the nerves because I just went out there for fun. I had already made the decision before we left that I wasn't in the team. It would be a bonus if I was, but I went out with the right head and my nerves were good this time. Oh, I'm definitely going next time. There's no choice. I mean, I've already started training for it. I don't know when the selection is, but I've got to make it mine. I don't know why this is my driving force. That's the one I want to do, is the trophy.
This is your Dakar?
Yeah, that is actually, yeah, that's my Dakar. I mean, you know, that's as far as I feel I can go, and I'm doing trials. I'm competing in trials. Hopefully a couple of month competitions every month, and just training here at home and physically training as well, which I've never done before. I actually now am training.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
And I want this. I really want this. It's Trials Training Wales, and it's a kids club, non-profit kids club. And it's children from age 4 to 11. And we have hire bikes. They're normally electric Ossets or electric trials bikes. And they hire the bikes, they come and they learn how to ride trials. And normally what happens is the parents then buy them a bike and they come into the club. And we meet about once a month, but we have a championship as well. So there's a training day and then there's a championship round. So, and then at the end of the year we have trophies and a party. It's really nice. The kids are fantastic. Yeah, I do. I mean, to me, the most important thing about the trials is we're trying to get the kids to a standard where they can compete with their family. So they can turn up at a trial with their dad and actually go around and compete with their father. And then you grow up having this bond and time together that is just really special. And it's safe as well. I mean, trials isn't about speed, and it's about those core discipline that make you a better rider. And the kids are just, the discipline and the bond that they have is just amazing. It's a really, really nice little club, very friendly. There is a few plans. There's a rally I would love to do, Rally Aisha de Gazelle, which is an all-female rally in Morocco. So the truck drivers, the car drivers, the motorcyclists, the quad riders, all female. The organisers, everything's female. And I just love the idea of just having that confidence to do it. And it's all navigation. I think it's over 12 or 14 days of rallying through Morocco. And to me, that again is my Dakar. You know, I love the idea of eventually doing Dakar one day, but I don't think I have what it takes, the grit that it takes to do that. And it's lovely to be able to dream about those things, but I really do know that I'm not sure I've got that. So I'm trying to find something that is my Dakar, like you said, and I think the Rally Aisha de Gazelle might be the one for me. It is hard because I am somebody who I really do put what I want last. And I do feel like I will work very hard, and if somebody needs me to work, I'll go and work. I'll go and work all the time. I won't say I need this time off, I need to do this. And I think that's what I've just learned now. And it was South Africa really that did that for me, because I lost that position. I was so angry with myself that I didn't make the time for myself to train for it. And since I've come back from South Africa, I now make the time to go for a jog, to work out, to practice on my trials bike. Even if it's only an hour, I do it now. And that's the difference. I think, you know, one of the reasons why I teach for BMW is actually because I'm small and I'm a woman, and it's to show people that it's doable. You just need to listen and learn the techniques, and you can do it. And I think once women see that it's not about size or strength, it's actually just about confidence and just learning the techniques and getting out there and having time on the bike, and I think it will come. I think, you know, they're coming out to the woodwork, and they're realizing that it isn't gender specific. They can ride just as good as the guys. And they don't have to be loud about it. They can be quiet about it. And I think that's maybe why it doesn't seem like it's happening, because maybe women are more quiet about it. But it is coming. And if I can help it along the way, I will. Yeah.
James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.